This is North Dakota Today.
Good morning, good morning. Hi, everyone. It is 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us here on North Dakota Today. My name is Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Sophia Richards.
Happy Tuesday! Regionally, a really big day right here. I'm so excited to share this story. I just discovered that this was even in existence this morning on the Valley Today, and I couldn't wait to tell all of you. So for the first time in its 46-year history, the all-women annual air race classic began today, and it is taking off from Grand Forks International Airport. So the event itself, the aviation event, is hosted by UND's School of Aerospace Sciences, and it does include college teams, including UND as a racing team. But it's 42 planes with 100 competitors. So take a look at your screen. If you've never heard of this, you're not alone. I'm new to the region, but for the first time, they're taking off from Grand Forks. So here in our viewing area, this is a really, really big deal today. So the Air Race Classic route, that's the map that you're taking a look at on your screen. Today at 8 a.m., racers began officially taking off. So there are 42 aircrafts. There's still about a dozen left, still waiting to take off. But they began at 8 a.m. and then they went in 30-second intervals to enter this race. So this is the map, as I mentioned. It's almost 3,000 statute miles across the country. They're across 12 states. So it begins today. As I mentioned, it began about an hour ago when they really began taking off. But it doesn't end until Friday. So this Friday, June 23rd, it's ending at the bottom of the map there in Homestead, Florida, with all of those stops in between. The final results won't be tallied until Sunday. That's when they will have their Air Classic route banquet with all of the racers and really do the final tallies. So this, you guys, is the oldest race of its kind in the nation. So it's called the Air Race Classic, and it traces its roots to 1929. This is the really big kicker here. So in 1929, it was called the Women's Air Derby, also known as the Powder Puff Derby. So this is 1929, but this is where it gets crazy. This is when Amelia Earhart and 19 other female pilots all raced from Santa Monica, California to Cleveland, Ohio. So this story came up this morning in our newscast on the Valley Today. And I just looked at Jordan and I said, this is the most incredible thing I've ever heard.
It's so cool.
And so for the first time, it was the launch, the takeoff from Grand Forks.
Yeah.
They've been preparing for who knows how long. You can go to the Air Classic official website. Lisa Green and I were just talking right before we came to air because she's also just infatuated with this whole thing. There's an interactive map showing takeoff routes, and then you can follow them to each stop as well on the race and on the trek. And at the beginning of the show, there were about a dozen, she said, left, still waiting to take off, because you know it takes a while to take off, and they're going at 30-second intervals too, just for safety precautions and everything. But yeah, 12 states, almost 3,000 miles essentially, with those stops over the next few days, and then the winner announced on Sunday. So a really a big deal for Grand Forks International Airport this morning. And I was trying my best to try to find a live stream. I asked Lisa if any of our live cams and our weather cams could show the airport, and I was looking it up online too to try to see. Well, and you could see it in person. It was open to the public, and they opened special parking if you wanted to head out this morning and watch them take off. And now I'm like, gosh, I would love to see that. I wish I could have been out there. But when Amelia Earhart popped up in the story, I thought, oh my gosh.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Especially from Grand Forks too.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, and this being the first time that Grand Forks hosted the takeoff. So really exciting for them, really exciting for UND and their aerospace program. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. I couldn't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Well, my story, we're going to stay on the ground for mine.
Okay, good idea.
We're not taking off with anything. Yeah, but Cream of the Crop is a monthly award sponsored by James Hendricks and Valley News Live to honor the area's farmers.
Yeah.
And this week, it was a familiar name. It was my grandpa.
Aww.
I promise there was no nepotism involved. I was actually surprised to learn that he had won, so we're going to play it for you guys.
Hey everybody, this is James Hendricks here for another month of the Cream of the Crop Award. This month we are recognizing Randy Richards of Richards and Judish Farms, and we're recognizing Randy for many different reasons. Randy was nominated by a former employee, and we could not be more excited to share his story. He is a true servant's heart, has served many things above and beyond farming and above and beyond his community of Hope, North Dakota, but could not be more excited. And Randy, I just want to say on behalf of myself and Valley News Live, we are very excited to reward you with the cream of the crop for this month.
I appreciate this. I appreciate you sponsoring this. It's wonderful. I'm happy to tell my story, and thank you very much for the honor.
Absolutely.
My name is Randy Richards. I live in Hope, North Dakota. I have a partnership farm. It's called Richards Judish Farms. That is myself, Randy Richards, my ex-son-in-law, Scott Judish, and my son, Tony Richards. So it's called RJR Farms. And we raise corn, soybean, barley, pinto beans. My grandfather moved here from Illinois, and he started a farm up by Blaben. My dad farmed, and I took over farming, started farming when I was farmed my first quarter land when I was a junior in high school. My wife and I have dedicated a lot of our life to doing community service, which is not paying jobs. It's jobs because you love the community that you live in and you want it to survive. It's been a juggling act, but anybody that knows me knows that if I'm on something, I'm committed. Farming has changed dramatically over the years of this will be my 51st year of farming. It all looks glamorous to people, and people think, well, you don't need to have that. You don't need to have, auto steer on your tractor. You don't need to have, cameras for this or cameras for that. And those are all technologies that some people think they're luxury items. Those are items that are tools of what we do today. And right or wrong, it is what it is, and either you stay up with it or you no longer are in business. My family has always been the big part of why I do this, that I'm hoping that I have daughters with grandsons or granddaughters. I'll take a granddaughter any day that wants to come home and farm. And girls can work on a farm just like boys. There's no golden thing that says it's got to be a guy to work on a farm. No. Deep inside, you have to have that eternal optimistic flame that's going if you want to farm.
Well, congratulations, Randy. I think that was your calling. He said the girls need to come on up and work at the farm.
Oh, yeah.
She's on her way, clearly.
Yeah, do I look like I've done a lot of farm work?
Yeah, I'm going to answer honestly. No, sorry, Randy. I think he knows that already about you, though.
Yeah, he does.
Well, how fun. Congratulations again to him. And if you have someone you'd like to nominate for Cream of the Crop, head on over to valleynewslive.com and find that little tab on our website, and you can nominate somebody at home as well. All right, coming up on today's show, we have the details on the International Music Camp's summer sessions. We'll tune into that interview right here after the break.